The issue of birthright citizenship in America is a contentious one, often dividing the nation along political lines. Former President and current President-elect Donald Trump has ceaselessly threatened to end birthright citizenship, particularly targeting children born to undocumented immigrants. His threats resonate with his base, who see birthright citizenship as a loophole exploited by those here illegally. However, these threats have been met with strong opposition from those who correctly understand birthright citizenship to be a fundamental right, enshrined in the US Constitution. It is important to recognize that his debate over birthright citizenship is not new. It has been a simmering issue in American society for decades, often resurfacing during periods of heightened concern over immigration. The debate raises fundamental questions about national identity, belonging, and the very definition of American citizenship. At its core lies the 14th Amendment to the US Constitution, a Reconstruction-era amendment that has become central to this heated discussion. The 14th Amendment, adopted in 1868, was intended to address the legacy of slavery and guarantee equal citizenship rights to African Americans. Its most significant provision, the Citizenship Clause, states that all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. This seemingly straightforward clause, however, has been the subject of intense legal and political debate. The 14th Amendment was a monumental achievement in American history. It was a direct response to the horrors of slavery and the Supreme Court's infamous Dred Scott decision, which had denied citizenship to African Americans. The amendment aimed to solidify the citizenship of formerly enslaved people and ensure equal protection under the law for all. The Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment, with its guarantee of birthright citizenship, was designed to prevent the creation of a permanent underclass in America. It ensured that anyone born on US soil, regardless of their parents' immigration status, would be considered a full citizen, with all the rights and privileges that come with it. This principle of birthright citizenship has been a cornerstone of American identity, reflecting the nation's history as a land of immigrants. The debate over birthright citizenship often centers on the interpretation of the phrase "subject to the jurisdiction thereof" in the 14th Amendment. Some would argue that this phrase excludes children born to undocumented immigrants, as their parents are not lawfully present in the country. They argue that the original intent of the amendment was not to grant citizenship to those born to non-citizens who were not subject to US law. However, the Supreme Court, in its 1898 ruling in United States v. Wong Kim Ark, affirmed the principle of birthright citizenship for children of immigrants, even those who were not US citizens. The court held that the 14th Amendment's guarantee of citizenship applied to all persons born in the US, with few exceptions, regardless of their parents' immigration status. Legal challenges and the Supreme Court's role have been pivotal in shaping the meaning and application of birthright citizenship in America. Over the years, various cases have tested the boundaries and interpretations of the 14th Amendment. The Supreme Court has had to weigh in on complex questions, balancing the original intent of the amendment with contemporary issues surrounding immigration and citizenship. These legal battles continue to influence the national conversation as both proponents and opponents of birthright citizenship look to the judiciary for definitive answers. The court's decisions have far-reaching implications, not just for individuals and families, but for the nation's identity and values as a whole. Under a second Trump presidency, a racist president with an active hatred for immigrants, and a corrupt Supreme Court subservient to Trump rather than to the rule of law, and quite willing to overturn established precedent, the future of birthright citizenship remains uncertain. Yet there is hope. There remains a crucial role for citizen activism and democratic leadership, even when it is in the minority in Congress and state houses across the nation. The question of who gets to be an American citizen will continue to be a defining issue for the United States. Whether Donald Trump gets his way and birthright citizenship is scrubbed from America's legal landscape will depend upon the vigilance, the determination, and the stamina of those Americans who will continue to fight for birthright citizenship. The outcome of this fight will shape the nation's identity, its values, and its commitment to the principles of equality and justice for all.